All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another movie night. I'm joined today by Mike, six scale collector. How are you, Mike?
I am doing well, Dean. How are you?
Are you doing well?
Well, you did make me watch this movie, so it could be better.
And apparently today's the draft for the NFL.
Yeah, it is. But my
you're
team already
missing.
picked, so I'm okay.
Oh,
We're
okay.
all right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice. What
Who's
about
your
you,
team?
Eddie?
Who's your team?
Raiders.
The Raiders.
I somewhat remembered that.
The
What's
Vegas
story
Raiders?
about that?
That's
yeah.
it.
How?
How?
Yeah, because you're not.
Well, so
SoCal
it's
guy.
two-parted. One, you got to remember I'm old. So back in the 80s,
Oh, they were
when
good
I was
back
getting
then.
into sports, they were good.
Yeah.
John Madden?
They were
Right.
ruthless.
Yeah. And my dad, for unknown reasons, was actually a Kansas City fan, so it just made sense to root
Oh.
against him.
That makes sense.
There you go.
Yeah.
And oh man, they just had WrestleMania in their stadium.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What a beautiful arena,
That place is
I haven't
crazy.
been there
man.
yet. I've drove by it, but I haven't been inside.
dude! It's
Yeah.
crazy. It was beautiful again. We're also joined, as you may have just heard, Eddie Money Mendez. What's up,
Yeah.
buddy?
It's my first time on movie night,
Movie night, yeah, dude.
and Chris ain't even here. You hate to see it,
I know, dude.
but I'm good. I'm tired. It's been a long week. I'm ready for Friday tomorrow, man.
Hell
but,
yeah, dude.
You know,
Yep.
good to see you guys. Good to hang out. You know, I like Milla Jovovich, so I'm not gonna complain about that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
We'll get into
man, bro. She's this movie's only what 5 years old at this point.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
pretty new, but man, she's definitely aged in this movie. But man, she's still so beautiful. It's crazy.
I feel
So
like
good. Like
for
a
a
fine
white-
wine.
she ages slow.
For a white. That's a crazy
Wow.
thing to say on a podcast.
She's holding up, man.
Yeah, there's
I'd
some
still-
like,
I'd still
Oh.
go for it.
dude, fucking Lilu Dallas multipass all day, every day, bro. Like,
Wow.
even if she was 80, I would still be in love with her. Like, man. Yeah, there's some like stills of her like in the desert, and she's just like fucking so beautiful. Just like, oh my god. Maybe everything around her is just so drab in this movie that she looks beautiful.
Everything
But
else
anyway,
is so boring.
Today we're talking Monster Hunter. This movie, like I said, 2020 came out. Kind of a whimper. It came and went. And I barely even remember this movie came out.
Yeah. I think it got caught up in the pandemic shuffle, you know? Because
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was a pandemic movie. And I was like looking at reviews and stuff, and a lot of people commented on there like the first movie we got to see in the theater since the lockdown. So
Damn. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Until you said the word pandemic, it didn't even cross my mind.
yeah,
As 2020. So, man, that actually kind of makes sense now. Now, to be fair, it's not a fantastic movie
Say it.
anyway, but
Yeah, let's blame the pandemic for this.
yeah. The movie definitely has its issues. We'll get into it, but let's start off with the synopsis. Would you please, Mike?
Yeah, when Captain Armides and her loyal soldiers are transported to a new world, they engage in a desperate battle for survival against enormous enemies with incredible powers.
How did you say Artemis? Artemis?
Yeah, is it Artemis?
Artemis.
Is it Artemis? Listen, I was only half watching this movie. So.
I don't think they ever say her name, to be honest, but that's just how you say that word.
Reading that was the first time I knew what her name was. So.
Yeah. It's hilarious. I like how it says giant enemies. It's like, well, monsters.
Yeah.
It's only in the title of the movie.
Yeah, they used every adjective they could have to describe this without actually calling it a monster.
Yeah. Now, I play Monster Hunter, and I have played Monster Hunter for a number of years. So for me, this movie hit a lot of good notes, and it was like fan servicey in a really good way.
Oh wow.
That I really enjoyed. But the pacing of the movie is really weird. I didn't like the dimension switching that we'll get into.
Yeah.
But as a fan of Monster Hunter, I thoroughly enjoyed my time watching this movie and enjoying kind of all the jank stuff. But I'm curious to see. I don't think either of you play Monster Hunter, so I'm curious how you, just as a viewer, casual viewer of this, thought of the movie.
You can go first, Mike.
I don't have many thoughts on this movie. I did honestly feel like when I was watching it, I felt like I was missing out on something by not playing the game. So to hear you say that makes some sense. Obviously we'll go through it and we'll get into some of the things that I just didn't land for me. But as I was kind of teasing Dean backstage, I said this movie kind of fell into one of the traps that is kind of like a pet peeve for me. It's like a rule of filmmaking. Don't assume you're getting a sequel. Right? I felt like that this film did that. It didn't get interesting to me until about 25 minutes left, and then it was over. And we're never going to see this again.
You fucking hit the nail on the head with that. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
What do you think, Eddie?
I don't have any previous nostalgia for this or anything like that. I never played the games. I've heard of the game, and I've the one thing that I did know about it was collecting SH figure arts and stuff. I've saw the figures for the monsters for monster arts, and I've always thought the figures look cool. And when I remember when I saw the trailers coming out, I love Milla Jovovich. Like I love the Resident Evil movies, and I was like, oh, it's like Resident Evil, but instead of zombies, it's monsters. It looks cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, so
also
I'll enjoy this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, so I was interested in watching it when I saw the trailers for it. I don't think I saw it in theater though. I think I saw it on it might have released on Max 2 or something else, because I saw it streaming, and I don't even remember a lot of the movie from when I first saw it. I remember that I thought it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Like, I had higher hopes, surprisingly, even though like I had no previous love for the IP or anything. Like, I don't know why. Maybe because I was putting it on like the Resident Evil pedestal, even though I don't know how most people feel about those. That could be like a series that I love that people don't love, because I have those. But I remember thinking the CGI isn't horrible, like, especially by today's standards, which is weird to say because it should be better. But I was thinking like CGI is decent for like heavy CGI film, and I remember thinking the action's cool. I just didn't love the story or the characters very much. Like, I didn't care for any. It didn't hold my attention except for when they were fighting monsters, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then rewatching it today, I was thinking the same thing. But rewatching it today, I was surprised by the cast. I was like, oh, I don't remember this person being in this movie. I don't remember. I think the two biggest shockers were Perlman and T.I. I was like,
yeah, T.I., dude.
Dang. Yeah.
I got so excited when T.I. popped up. I was like, dude, fuck yeah. I love I love this dude.
But T.I., he was terrible in this, but to the point where I think he kind of played that up intentionally, right? Like, his lines were so bad. He oversold everything he said to where it was almost kind of cheesy, but it was funny, right?
I felt like
it made me enjoy it.
I was like, I wonder if people in the military watch this and hate it because of how bad the military talk is. Like, they play it up like,
yeah, especially because these guys are Green Berets, if I remember correctly, or what are they?
Rangers,
which are like the second best. I think Green Berets is like the best, like of the best, and so like the Rangers like right after them. And I was like, these people do not have their shit together. And like,
At all.
I get it. Like they get, we'll start getting into the movie here in a second. They get whisked into, spirited away into a new dimension, and all of a sudden there's a fucking dragon or whatever. But
Yeah.
like, I was like, man, they immediately like just lose all sense of like,
Yeah.
not
And only one of
duty,
them
but,
loses
like,
their shit about it.
Training.
That was funny
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Only one of
Thank
them
you,
is
Mike.
like freaking out about it. Like the captain is like, "We're soldiers. We battle no matter what the enemy is." And I'm like, "Holy shit, man! That was a giant freaking dragon thing you just fought."
Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Megan Good was also a pleasant surprise. I love Megan
Good.
Good. So
Let's address the chat here. We got Chris Porteous. What the fuck?
I know.
He's in the chat but not on the show. How dare you? But we love you and miss you, and we appreciate everything you do here on the show. Sith Scale Collector. I guess that's you, Mike. What the hell?
That's me. You
Who's
guess. He's like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
We also got Toy Mafia. What up? What up, brother? Badfish. Love that guy. And that's it for now. Thank you.
It's all right. It's early. We're gonna get
all
him.
three of you for watching who aren't on the show. We'll get into critical reception. We got a video to play from our friend of the show, John, and let's listen to what he has to say.
Hey everyone, welcome back. John the Everyday Collector here, and I'm here to give you the IMDb as well as Rotten Tomatoes score on this week's movie, Monster Hunter. Let's kick it off with IMDb. Monster Hunter got a 5.2 out of 10 with 72,000 reviews. Moving on over to Rotten Tomatoes, Monster Hunter got a 44% on the tomato meter with a disappointing only 100 reviews, and a 70% on the popcorn meter with, again, a disappointing only 1,000 plus verified ratings. Not too many people discussing this one. Guys, I'm going to kick it back to you in the studio. We'll see you next episode. All the best.
Nice. Thank you, John, for that quick review or not a review, but recap of reviews. 70% on the audience score. That's not the worst.
I was actually surprised by that.
Yeah,
that's
me
way
too.
higher than I would have thought.
Yeah. I for sure. I thought maybe it would be 40-40, not 40-70. Even as a fan of the franchise. So that is kind of crazy. So let's get into the movie. So the movie stars. I don't think we have any pictures of the military bits here, or do I? I don't know how far this. Okay, we start the movie off with. Oh, actually, the movie starts.
Let's just be transparent here. The slide effort tonight is not going to be up to the standards that you're
Yeah,
used to.
I'm gonna be flipping through them, so please bear with me. But the movie actually starts with the Monster Hunter people in the Monster Hunter world, and they're on a boat sailing through the sand, which is a Monster Hunter thing. It's weird. They're like never on the water. They're like always on fucking sand. I don't know. It's part of the world. But anyway.
Yeah, I didn't know what to think of that. I didn't know what was happening there. And then it doesn't come back again for an hour plus into the movie. So I didn't know what that was.
So it sets up I forget his name. This guy. He's a really famous, I think he's Thai. He's isn't he from The Raid? The movie The Raid?
Oh,
No, Ong Bak. This is the Ong Bak guy, isn't it?
He's just referred to as Hunter in the film.
Yeah, he doesn't get a name, but he's cool. But it sets up him getting separated from his team, which is Ron Perlman, who we see later on. Because their boat gets attacked by the monsters. which, off the rap or off the rip, it's exciting. And I was like, all right, cool, sweet. We're starting right off with, monsters attacking this is par for the course for the game. Like, this makes sense. I like it. And then it immediately cuts to military people. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, that's not a thing in the games. It's not modern day at all. It's people with, swords and shields and crossbows and bows and arrows fighting giant monsters. So this I immediately took me out of the movie. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like this. This is gonna be dumb.
Right. So this fell for one of my other golden rules of what not to do in films is don't take something from another genre that is like strictly fantasy thing and then bring it into a modern world to try and make it work. I can't stand that. But I didn't know because I didn't play the games. I didn't know that that's what they actually chose to do for this.
Yeah, so this comes back a little bit later in the movie. I'll talk about more when we get there. But yeah, it was like I like I said, it immediately took me out of the movie of like, well, I mean, you kill these monsters with, like I said, swords and bows and arrows, but M16s and fucking 50 cows mounted on a Humvee that can, drive 80 miles an hour isn't utterly destroying these things. Like,
Yeah.
come on, let's. So they're in the middle of the desert and they get caught in some weird storm, which I don't think it ever explains properly, like why the storm happens, and like it opens
No,
up.
I think in general, plot was not something they focused on in this film, so it makes sense.
Fair. Which, like, yeah, like I'm here to watch people fight monsters. I really don't give a fuck. Like, how, like, it's just such a weird thing to include in the movie if you're not going to explain it, which I feel like they don't. They just like, oh, this tower opens up a rift between dimensions and you have to close it. It's like, yeah, but why and how? Like, don't explain it. So they get, like I said, they get spirited away into the monster hunter dimension. I don't know if it's a different planet or what, or like a different time. I have no idea. Again, doesn't explain it. But this military group of rangers survives the process. Somehow all the vehicles still work and they can fix them, and they're like, all right, let's get back to being soldiers. I guess they just think it's a freak accident or whatever. And then they come across, oh fuck, okay. They come across some big ass bones in the sand, and our buddy here, Hunter, is like, he sees them. I guess he doesn't really realize what he's looking at either, but he's like, hey, like, get the fuck out of there. Like, there's like a giant monster that's gonna come get you. They have no idea what he's saying because he's not speaking English. And sure enough, they get attacked by a Diablos. Now, this is really cool because this is a black Diablos. So there's like tiers of monsters in the game. There's like the regular ones, and there's like alpha, and I forget what the other ones are. There's like 6 different versions of the same monster, and they get harder, right? So Black
this
Diablos,
is a lower tier.
no, this is Black Diablos pretty high.
Oh, I was gonna say that's a
Diabloses are not fun. They're really mean. They're mean as shit. So like, this was really cool, like a really cool inclusion. And this is the same monster that attacked the ship at the beginning of the movie. It like swims through the sands. and it fucks them up. It blows up their little cars. I think it kills a couple of them, and they take off running into like some caves. And they think the coast is clear, and like all the soldiers are like losing their shit, and Milla Jovovich is like, "Hey, get your shit together. We're soldiers. We got to figure out what the fuck's going on." And
Dean, is this what the monster looked like in the game? Like, did they do a good job?
Yeah, they're pretty faithful. Yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
cool.
So she's trying to get her soldiers like hyped and ready to go back out there and fight. Immediately gets stabbed by a fucking it's like a spider. It's called a Narcellus.
Right through the back.
Yeah, she didn't see it coming at all. I kind of saw it coming. I was like, there's monsters everywhere in these games.
Right.
So like so they kind of leave her. They think she's dead. They're like, let's get the fuck out of here. They all subsequently get absolutely massacred. She wakes up later.
For a second there, I thought they were giving us kind of like the Drew Barrymore Scream treatment, where they were killing off like the main star of the film, like right at the beginning.
Oh,
and I got scared because I'm thinking if I got to watch this movie with T.I. and Megan Good leading the way, it's gonna be a long night.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so she wakes up in the spider pit. It's like Shelob's lair, right? There's bodies hanging, and she finds her teammates all strung up and eaten. And I think T.I. is T.I. that she finds alive. The last one she finds alive is T.I., and they're trying to escape the spider pit. And he ends up getting killed, but she manages to make the escape. But the spiders won't come out during the day. And she figures that out. And she's like,
I thought it was kind of cool how T.I. died.
What did he do? He set off a grenade?
Alien-esque.
Well, he got implanted by, like, they laid the spider eggs in him,
that's right.
and then they pop out and he's gonna die. So he's like, leave me, and then he.
That's right.
Then
then he blew himself up.
he didn't blow himself up. The other guy blew himself up. Stryker from X-Men. That guy blew himself up.
Oh, that's who that was.
But from Days of Future Past, the young
yeah,
Stryker.
I knew he looked familiar.
Yeah, there's actually, the actors in this are wild. But
That's right.
yeah, T.I. he gets implanted. The spiders come out of him, kind of cool. And then he says, "Leave me," and then one of the like big spiders grabs him and cuts him in half.
Oh, there you go. Okay, that's not a thing in the game. Like the monsters are just monsters. You just hunt them. They don't
eat you?
I mean, they'll attack you back, but they don't like lay eggs in you. Like that's not a thing in the game.
I thought it was cool because it reminded me of another maybe shitty movie that people don't like, Wild Wild West. How he talks about how the I forget what wasp will kill the tarantula and then lay eggs in its body, and the eggs will hatch and eat the
spider from the
thing
out.
that it's in. Yeah, so I was like, that's kind of. I think there are insects that do that. So I thought it was cool.
The inclusion was cool. I'm just saying, like that's like in the game, like you don't have to worry about getting implanted with eggs.
Also,
yeah,
so how does she get stabbed through the back with like that?
That's what I was thinking.
and nothing happens to her. Like
absolutely,
she never has to. Like her biggest thing is she twists her ankle, right? Like that was like the biggest thing. Sure, but she got stabbed. Like it wasn't even just stabbed. She stabbed and lifted up.
Yeah, and I'm
like
thinking
that spider tail, and
I
she's
thought,
just perfectly fine.
Was it like a small little stinger that like just barely leaves a mark? Because otherwise, it's a big spider, so I would think the stinger is like impales her. But I guess not.
I think when she wakes up, she finds one of her friends dead, and she takes their med pack.
She takes stuff.
Yeah, she like I'm pretty sure she heals herself up, but you're right. You're not surviving anything like that.
It was a 1-up, Mike.
That's what I was wondering. She got that extra life.
Yeah, dude, for sure. So she makes it out of the pit, and that's when she realizes the spiders won't come out. because it's like the daytime. Like they won't come out into the sun. And
So
she's
at this point in the movie, forgive me, Dean. I just want to point. At this point in the movie, I'm not enjoying my time. So I'm now nitpicking every single thing I see. So every time she's sitting out there, they show her the far shot. She's in the middle of the desert with all the sun, right? So the spiders won't get you. But every time they showed a close up, she's clearly sitting in the shade.
yeah.
And she has me wondering, why don't they go get her now? So
There's
like I
not
said,
enough shade.
I was
like-
now looking for every little thing to hate about this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're right. Because like the sun was out when the spiders first attacked.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but maybe it's just not enough shade that they don't like the heat or something. But it's just plot holes. But yeah, so she's wandering around. She's injured. She's fucking beat to hell. She's trying to find water. And is this when she meets Hunter? He like kidnaps her.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the movie progresses and she ends up being, I don't know why he kidnaps her, like off the rip, because like he clearly didn't have any bad intentions.
Yeah, he was trying to save them from the beginning, right? He gave
Right.
them that warning shot, then he was like shooting the spiders as they were attacking
Bro.
him, and then out of nowhere he kidnaps her and ties her up.
When they first introduce him, when he shoots the warning shot, I
Mhm.
thought that
Yeah.
I thought it was racist. All the military guys were like infidel, or they I don't know if they said that. They might have said
I don't
like
think they said
enemy,
it.
but I was like, bruh, just because it's a brown dude off in the distance, like where do you think you
Shooting
are?
at them.
In Iraq? He just shot a cloud of dust. Like it wasn't even like a bomb or anything. It was just dust, and they're like enemy. I was like, dang. She's like ceasefire, ceasefire. I'm like, dude, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, if I remember right, that arrow that he shoots with the smoke powder, that's an item in the game. I'm trying to remember what it does exactly. It either distracts the monster or it marks the monster for
Mhm.
like, so you could. I mean, they're fucking giant. You don't really lose them, but to have it marked. But
Yeah.
I thought that was a cool inclusion too. But yeah, like I don't know why. I guess they wanted them to fight or something. Like, so they made him kidnap her, and he has her prisoner in his little. He's like set up a fortress, and they spend the night in the thing. He doesn't give her water either, which I'm like, why is he being a dick? Like, narratively, it didn't make any sense because, like you said, he was trying to help them before.
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden is he being a fucking dick? So, she manages to get free, and they duke it out, and they really fucking they're beating the fuck out of each other, which was fun to watch. Because like realistically, if she's a ranger, she's gonna be pretty badass. So they're fighting. They tumble out of the thing. Presumably, they're fighting all day. Because next thing you know, he's like, "Bro, the fucking spiders are gonna get us," and he's saying their name, and it was really cool because I know they're called Narcellus, and he's saying the name, but she doesn't speak his language.
Mm.
But I know because I played the game, like, oh, he's talking about the spiders, like, so that was really fun. And they come up with a plan to take out the Diablos by getting the stinger, the venom from the
The venom, the poison from the
Narcellus.
spiders.
Because they're both trapped there until they take care of the Diablos, because it's a fucking dickhead. And there's a whole training montage, right? He's teaching how to fight. They find some like crashed ships, and he gives her some weapons.
She gives him those God of War blades.
Yeah, do we have?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have pictures of it. Um, they're right there on her back. Which is really cool because in the game there's so many weapons to choose from. There's like he has a big greatsword,
Mhm.
and like in the game, you know, it's a Japanese game, so everything's very like stylized. So the swords are ridiculous. They're like 8 times the size of your character, and you like fling them around like they weigh nothing. And because in the game, what happens is as you kill the monsters, you use like their horns to make a weapon, or their tooth, or their claws, or their scales. And so these monsters are giant, so your weapons are giant, you know. And so he has like a big ass great sword. She's using blades that are a lot faster. Um, you name it, it's in the game. There's like even like gun lances. There's you could even in the newest game there's you could like train insects and use them as weapons.
Oh, that's cool.
I just use a sword and shield, but there's all kind like there's like I don't know 15 different kinds of weapons. It's cool. And then he gives her little hook shot thing, which is in the game. That's how you like get materials for crafting. So that was a cool inclusion. I like seeing that. Like I said, there's a lot of little fan servicey stuff that's really cute.
Yeah, that was the stuff I kind of felt like I was missing out on when I watched it. So I'm glad to see that they did include that stuff.
Yeah, and then when he heals her with some like herbs and stuff, that's straight out of the game. You have to collect herbs to make potions and stuff. So that was cool. So they come up with this fantastic plan. They kill the Narcellus. They get its stinger. They lure the Diablos out, and they fight it, and they manage to knock it unconscious. Do they actually kill it? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so. Doesn't he like jump on top of it or something, and as he hits it with that giant fucking sword?
Yeah,
I remember. I don't remember seeing it again after that.
Yeah, I think they get it woozy and then they kill it. If I remember correctly. It's been a couple weeks since I've seen the movie, so. But
It's been about an hour and a half, and I don't remember.
Jeez.
So they're like, okay, well, the Diablos is taken care of. Let's get the fuck out of here, because, you know, that's the whole point was getting out of here.
Wait, is this when Ron Perlman shows up?
Yeah, in a little
I'm
bit.
trying to remember. Okay, I couldn't remember if he showed up and killed this thing. I can't
No,
remember
so
his intro now.
They start trekking through the desert, and like a storm blows in, and Hunter gets injured during this fight,
Yeah.
and he's really close to death, and so she takes care of him overnight, and it kind of gives him a little more character development with like his family had been killed by monsters, and so she kind of like he has these little figurines that represent his family.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, watch over him, you know. And by the morning he's totally fine. And they crawl out of the sand and they start walking again. And they're walking for a while and then like show the bones from like the beginning of like when the military got there. And I was like, they have not gone far at all.
No.
What the hell? Like maybe they didn't portray that journey very well, because I was like, they only drove for like 4 minutes. But anyway, they make it to like an oasis, right?
Yeah, that somehow, to your point, they didn't seem to travel very far, but nobody saw this oasis when they were driving around the desert the first time.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, so there's water, and then there's they're called Apseros. It's like a non-hostile monster in the games, and that's what you like. That's the monster you eat. So you like go around like killing them, and then you collect their steaks, and then you have to cook the steaks.
So you kill the non-hostile beast or
For food.
monsters?
Yeah, and the other ones you kill for
What?
technology, essentially. Yeah, so it was really cool seeing them because they're like in every game because like you have to kill something to eat it. And then I think right then, that's when Ron Perlman's crew shows up because there's like an attack.
That's right.
There's a monster in the sky you don't see, fucking raining fire down on everyone, and they're like, "Holy shit, let's get out of here!" The Apsaros start stampeding, and then they get rescued, but then womp womp, she gets knocked over the head and put in jail. You're like, what the fuck? Can this bitch not catch a break? And for whatever reason, go on.
I was just gonna ask, do we have any shots of Ron Perlman in costume? Because it could be the worst thing I've ever seen on screen. It looked like he just come from a high school production of Wizard of Oz and he was
Jesus.
playing the Lion King. I mean, it was absolutely awful. Let me
Yeah,
see
it
if I can
was-
find one.
It was pretty bad. He looks pretty young though, because he does not look that young.
I mean, it's 2020. It wasn't that long ago. He looked probably like old.
I
Probably
met
looks
him in,
younger.
like-
Oh, you met him?
yeah, I met him in like 2019.
Like at a
And he
convention?
was old. He's old, man. Yeah.
Right? He was probably filming this thing.
Yeah, I met him at LA Comic Con. I had him
Okay.
sign a Hellboy picture, but
Oh, nice.
yeah.
I was
He's
gonna
old,
say
man.
he was looking old in Pacific Rim, much less this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, not this guy yet. So he wakes up on the pirate ship. I guess it's a pirate ship. The hunter ship in the prison. I feel like she escapes like immediately. And then they're like, "Oh, it's cool. Like, you're fine." And I was like, what was the point of any of this? Because Hunter goes to visit her while she's in prison or in the brig, and he's just like, "Sorry," and then leaves her there.
He's just like, whatevs.
She she breaks out. They catch her, take her to Ron Perlman, and he actually speaks English. He speaks her language, which I thought they were going to do something really cool with, where it's like, well, I'm actually from your like Earth,
That's what
and
I thought
I
was
got
happening.
stuck here, and I've like chosen to stay or something. Nope, never fucking
Nope.
explains how he knows English.
He made a comment that he studied it or something like that because she
Yeah,
asked him.
some dumb shit, and I was
Yeah.
like, what? That's so fucking lame.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's a waste of Ron Perlman, but they could have done something way cooler with Ron Perlman because he's such a cool actor, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, well, you got sent here from this tower that we can see in the distance, and it decides when and when not to open a portal. Again, it never really explains why and how this happens, or the how often it happens, but it's like we got to get there now.
Or
It's a
why
whole
nothing
fun-
has gone through the portal from their side before.
Right, like it's so stupid.
No.
Like,
And at this-
That's a good point.
At this point, so like I said, it is, and I wasn't a fan of the movie. I'm watching, I'm just kind of like, listen, I'm doing it for the boys so we can get in here and talk about this tonight. But at this point, they then kind of introduce, and I use that term loosely, a whole bunch of new characters, right?
Yeah.
They show like all these other hunters. And I'm like, okay, now I'm interested. They never tell you who any of these people are. And then I look down and there's only like 20 minutes left in the movie. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then you, not for you, For you guys, probably this came out of left field. Where'd he go? Here he is.
That guy was awesome.
Yeah,
The Palicos. Palicos are a huge deal in Monster Hunter. They're your companions, and they
Okay.
do a lot of shit for you. So, like, you could send them out on hunts to collect stuff for you. They assist you while you're fighting. So, like, while you're fighting, they'll, like, heal you. And they have, like, cooldowns and stuff, so it's not so broken. Yeah, you could, like, customize your Palico. And it wasn't until this newest game, Monster Hunter Wilds, that they, like, can speak English. Before they had their own little language. So this was before that, so he kind of just meows and stuff. But he's actually in Monster Hunter World. He's the like head chef, which is cute because that's like what he's doing when she sees him. Yeah, he's super cute. His name
I
is
was disappointed he didn't show up, for the fight at the end because I thought he was gonna be some badass.
Yeah, he's Meowskiller Chef is his name.
Oh Jesus Christ! Never mind.
Yeah, he's it was like such a cool cameo because I was like, oh my god, there he is! Holy shit! And then they do nothing else with Palicos. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this movie could have been so good if you just stuck to
the game.
The pirate, the group of like you said, there's so many characters they introduce, and all the game stuff is like focused around the ship, and you chose to have the military coming from another dimension, and it's like by the time you get to all the meat and potatoes, there's hardly any time left of the fucking movie, and I was like, oh my god, this is so lame, which it turns out being very lame. So they're like, we need to get to the tower, but it's guarded by a fucking Rathalos, which, oh my god, are such pieces of shit. These guys are fucking mean. So they fly, they breathe fire. So you'll be like running around the world, like trying to do shit. And it'll just like come and like grab the monster you're trying to hunt and like fly off with it, or like starts fighting you while you're trying to fight another monster, and they like get it, they start fighting, and it's like, dude, just go away. I hate the Rathalos so bad, dude. So this is a perfect bad guy. I was like, this is cool. The Diablos was cool. This is really cool. All the monster stuff, they nailed it. I thought it was fantastic. It was great. When they stick to the video game stuff in this movie, it's so good. And then they just fucking forget all about it. So they get to the tower and they have to, I don't know what they're trying to accomplish exactly. Like, kill the Rathalos or get to the portal, or get to the portal without the Rathalos getting the portal. I don't know what they're doing, but it's not working.
Yeah, I was confused, but I wasn't sure if they were trying to attack that tower or just get her home.
Right.
I wasn't sure what their goal was.
Yeah, they never clearly explain what the fuck they're doing. Like, are you trying to get to the top of the tower? Like, what the hell's going on? So they get into the fight with the Rathalos, and it's tearing them up. Ron Perlman does some cool shit. The little Palico, he gets in on the action. Where'd he go? Which was really
right.
cool.
That looks like that's so badass, dude.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they could have done so much more.
Yeah.
And she gets like flung back into her reality, like kind of
she like falls off that cliff and just happens
and it's like
go through the portal.
What the like, okay.
That's how they came into the world.
Right. But it's like, okay, so the portal was like halfway down the cliff. Like, what the fuck? Like, It was just very convenient. You know what I mean? Like it's not like the portal's at the base of the tower and they had to race to get to it. It was like
I think
they
they
got
did say
flung
something
off.
like they don't know where the portal's ever going to be, how long it's going to be open. Like it was very chaotic and
MacGuffin-y.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we don't really need an explanation. It's fucking magic. So anyway, she gets flung back to her reality. The military finds her, and she's like half awake, and they're like, "What the fuck is she wearing? Like, what? Are you okay, bitch? Like, what the fuck? Where's all your men?" Next thing you know, bam, Rathalos shows up, and he's fit to be tied, and he starts fucking up the military. Which again, you kill these things with sticks and stones. Why aren't tanks blowing this guy's head off? Like, it's kind of dumb. That being said, this is a pretty cool fight.
And let me add, this is another just pointless thing that it just kind of annoyed me. But when they find her, the military shows up and they drop all this purple smoke, right? They pop all these purple flares. For what fucking purpose? I have no idea, because the helicopter or whatever it's called has already landed. They know where she is. And then in the next scene, it's all gone. Like there's no sign of it as the tanks roll over the hill. There's no sign of that shit. It's the little things in these kind of movies that just stand out to me.
Yeah, a little continuity would be nice. This is, just not much. But yeah, it's really cool because she's in the helicopter and she's kind of passing out, and then you kind of like get a glimpse of like, like I think like a shadow rolls over and you're like, what the fuck was that? And then boom, the Rathalos grabs onto the helicopter. You're like, holy shit! Like again, it turns out to be a fantastic fight, but again, like, why is it the military just decimating this thing? Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
They like feign that it's dead, and then it comes back, and then they actually kill it because Ron Perlman and the hunter show up to her.
Yeah,
world.
they come through to save her.
And they're like, all right, cool. Well, your world's saved. We'll see you later. She's like, no, I'm coming back with you guys. Because they're getting ready for the sequel, right? And I was like, fuck, is this movie not over? Like, I mean, I'm glad it's not over, but it feels kind of like that was it. So then they go back to their world. And then they introduce another dragon, which I absolutely adore. Here he is. Okay, so Monster Hunter World was the first Monster Hunter game I played, which came out in like 2018, maybe 2017. I don't remember exactly. I guess I could look it up.
How many of these games are there, Nate?
Like 20.
Oh, no shit.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Because there's like the mainline series, and then there's like the PSP ones and the mobile ones. So there's a bunch.
Okay.
Yeah, so Monster Hunter World came out in 2018. And I played the shit out of that game. I didn't really like it. I mean, the gameplay is fun. Yeah, so the gameplay is really fun, and I got to play with my sister and her friends, and a couple of my friends also picked it up. And so, like, running around with your friends, killing monsters is objectively fun. My problem with it was, in this game, narratively, you are a group of adventurers going to this new world, essentially, and you just start killing indiscriminately. Like, for like the first like 4 or 5 hours of the game, the monsters don't attack you. You just like run up to them and start killing them, and then they like react to you. Now, something like the Rathalos is like hostile all the time, but I felt ugly playing the game. Like,
fucking colonist.
Yeah, and it was like, it's like, oh, this I forget what he was called, but it was like this giant dragon. He was like literally the size of a mountain. And he was like migrating, and his migration caused problems like in the ecosystem. And it was like, well, let's kill it. And so like, but it's like, but that's like, you don't even know if that's like par for the course for this world. Like, it's just, I didn't enjoy that aspect of the game. And then the fucking difficulty spike cranks after that, and it's just like not enjoyable. Like the
I remember
monsters,
hearing that about the game, that it was like basically like a super boss on every fight.
every fight,
And that's why I
and
never
you
bothered with it.
and you have a time limit, which is really hard. Now, to be fair, if you play Monster Hunter, you don't have to kill the monsters. You could knock them out and capture them. But the rewards are different. So like if you're trying to get a certain weapon or a certain armor, sometimes it behooves you to, kill the monster. So yeah, it's like you're not forced to kill. You're kind of forced actually, depending on what you're trying to do. So the new game, Monster Hunter Wilds, is very different narratively. You come to a new or not new, but it's like a dead man's zone. Like no one's supposed to be over here. Well, you find like a civilization and you go to inspect it and they're being overrun by this giant monster. And you have like there's the Monster Hunter Guild, and you have a guild leader, and she authorizes you. She doesn't just let you kill whatever you want whenever you want to kill it. Like it has to be presenting like a clear and present danger, and then she'll authorize you to do the hunt. So and through the story, things unravel, and you're able to hunt monsters. Right, it's the point of the game is to hunt monsters, but they just make it more palatable in this new game.
Right.
So I had just played Monster Hunter Wilds for like the last like, I don't know, 50 hours, right? Like it's such a great game. And the last boss that I had fought was the Gormagala. And I just love the way the dude in the game says Gormagala. So like I had been like walking around all day saying that, and my sister thought I was fucking stupid. And so we decided it was like, I don't know, like a Saturday or something, and I was surprised her by renting the Monster Hunter movie because we'd never seen it. We played Monster Hunter. And so we're watching this movie, and this dragon shows up, and I was like, that's the Gormagala. Like, I fucking know that's the Gormagala. She's like, there's no way. I look it up, the motherfucking Gormagala. He shows up. I was so fucking hyped that the dragon showed up, and then the fucking movie ends.
Roll credits.
I was like, fuck you.
Never to be seen again.
Ever. Oh my god, dude. I was so mad. Because, like, the game, it's really weird because both games did this that I played. I haven't played all the Monster Hunters. This is just the ones I played. You'll play for, like I said, like 10, 15, 20 hours, and you'll get to the credits of the game. But the game keeps going. Like, with new stories, new like missions, and it's like, why are the credits in the middle of the game? It's really weird. So like he was like well into like way later into the game that I actually got to the Gormagala. So yeah, I was so excited because I was like, oh my god, like because he's not in. Well, is he? I don't think he's in Monster Hunter Worlds. I think he's from a different game because not every game has the same monsters. Some monsters are in other games and not in.
So is he just, just like if you will, another monster to fight, like a boss, or is there more? Does he have an actual storyline? Like, why were you so excited to see this? To me, random dragon.
I was just excited because I'm an idiot and I thought Gormagala was funny. But yeah, he has his own separate story.
Imagine
so
if Ron Perlman said it.
Oh, dude, I would have been so excited. But this so this game has a lot of famous voice actors from like animes. So like if you watch the reason I know him is Endeavor from My Hero Academia. I don't know if you guys watch My Hero.
I don't, but I know who the character is.
Yeah, Endeavor is a fucking piece of shit, but he's like actually like kind of cool. So like forgive it. But his voice actor is it's like, oh, I know that guy. Like immediately I recognize his voice. And so when he says Gormagala, it's like, I don't know, it just fucking tickles my ear. And I'm like, oh my God, that's hilarious. It's the guy. Yeah, so this dragon can infect other creatures and like give them like a fever, and they can spread that fever. And so like if you want to cut that fever out, you have to track down this dragon and kill it. Yeah, exactly.
Had to be.
But yeah, he doesn't, because like the Rathalos kind of looks like, and I guess they're technically the same creature. It's just one's the female, one's the male. But like the Rathalos looks like a Rathian. They're different colors and they're different sexes, but they're the same monster. Or like, not every creature looks exactly the same, but like they're, the game designers only have so much to work with, so they can't put in like 800 different looking dragons. They'll probably put in like, 8, and they'll color them different. But the Gormagala doesn't look like any other dragon. So when he popped him on screen, I was like, that's the fucking Gormagala. Like, I know it's the Gormagala, and it was, and I was so happy. And then the fucking movie ends, and I got nothing out of it. And yeah, they were banking on a sequel. She Never Goes Back Home that we see. And yeah, it ended in it was, like I said, as a fan of the games, it was fun because I got to, do stuff like that. Like, oh my God, the Gormagala, I'm so excited. But then it just lands so flat in other areas, like it ending with nothing, or the pacing of the movie, like the whole spider sequence. It's like, do we need any of this? Like the military stuff, do we need, like, just show me people fighting big monsters, and I'm having fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that I would, like I said, it didn't hit any of the same notes with me because I didn't play the game. So I am happy to hear that some of that stuff was in there because it would make some more sense. But yeah, it fell pretty flat for me.
Okay, well, let's give our final verdict. I only because I play the games, I'm giving it a 4.
That's crazy.
Because me and my sister,
I don't care if you wrote the games. That's crazy.
Jesus.
Well, because like I watched it with my sister and we had fun. Like I said, like when she has no idea what Hunter is saying, I was like, oh, he's saying Narcellus, the spiders. Like, I know that. Like, watching him craft the potion, like, I understand what he's doing. How fucking asshole-ish Rathaloses are, like, I get it. And, the cool stuff, like the Ron Perlman and the cat, like, all that stuff was really fun to watch. There's just, like, not that there's no payoff, because like the fight with the Rathalos at the end is cool, but like then you get to the Gormagala and the movie ends, and it's like, well, like, am I being too greedy? You know what I mean? But I guess I would go more like 3.5, but we don't have that, so I'm going 4 because 3
Rounds
seems
down.
where are you at, Mike? I'm gonna guess 2.
I'm gonna. This 2's probably being generous.
Wow.
I'm gonna give it 1 for Milla Jovovich. And now, if I could give it a half because that cat thing looked cool, I'd give it a half. But I'm gonna round down to just 1.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'd like to give it a 1, but I'd give it a 2. I'd give it a 2. I feel like there's still like I like the design of the monsters, and I like the costume designs, and I like Milla Jovovich, and I like Ron Perlman, and I did like the cat guy, and I like the director a lot. I like the movies he does. So, and the thing is it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty bad.
This guy?
The acting
She's
is
married
bad.
to him now too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that until I watched this and I was looking stuff up and I was like,
If
damn.
if
No
he's
wonder they
directing
did
a
so
movie,
many-
she's in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
So no wonder they did so many Resident Evil movies, man.
I think
Yep.
they might be divorced.
Yeah,
No,
I think
they-
they are.
They are?
I thought
well,
so.
on Google it still shows as they're together.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong, but I had thought that too.
I guess she was married to another director. They got divorced. But the thing, so what I compare this to is Halo, the
The Amazon
the
show.
Paramount show.
Oh,
Well,
Paramount.
It's,
yeah.
it's Netflix now, or I think Netflix bought it. So, but people that is arguably a bad show. I kind of love it, but I think it's because I love Halo so much. I love Halo 3.
If you
When
could
it
get
ends, they're getting into that Halo 3 story, and
with
I
the
love
flood.
the actor. Yeah, and so all of that plays into it. And if I'm thinking of it like that, I could see why Dean would give it a 4. You know, because there's just something enjoyable about it, even if the acting is bad, and you know, there's something you find about it that you love. But yeah, as someone who doesn't have nostalgia for it, I'd give it a 2. I do like the design of the monsters, and I do like the premise of the story, even though I don't feel like it wasn't done the best. I'm surprised that it's not, because I like his movies, man. Like I like Pompeii, if you guys ever saw that, and I love AVP. That's what I never saw the original Predator movies until AVP. That was my first introduction to Predators at all.
Wow.
That's
And
crazy.
I love that movie. And then going back and watching it, like, there's no doubt that Predator 1 and 2 are way better movies. But I was surprised that I didn't like it as much, because I do like this director a lot, and I like what he does. But yeah, I think it was, I don't know. I think it was like just out of my realm of things that I love, like badass things. Like I think I like zombies more, so the precedent of like zombies in Resident Evil is just something that speaks to me more. So otherwise I probably would give this a higher score, but
yeah, you brought up Halo, and I refused to watch the show just based on what the writers were saying before the show was even out.
yeah.
And they're kind of like disrespect for the source material, and like, we're just gonna fucking do our own thing. We don't need to play the games. And I was like, I don't like this. But I've since and gone back and watched like the most Halo scenes from the show on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
just do that.
Yeah.
Like, there's a scene where he's fighting like a bunch of the what are the ape guys called?
Fuck. I'm blanking.
Chris, if you're in the chat, what are they called?
The guys with the gravity hammers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
Brutes. They're
the
brutes.
brutes.
Yeah.
He's like fucking throwing fists with them, and they're
Yeah.
throwing him around, and then he's like shooting a bunch of them, and like pulling out his pistol, and there's a lot of really cool camera work, and I'm like, bro, this is. And I understand you can't do that 100% of the time,
Yeah.
but like, that's what I want to see. Or like, I watched the scene where he fought I think it's the Arbiter.
Yeah. Season 2, Arbiter is introduced.
And they just like fuck each other up.
Yeah.
And like that chick is just like watching them do it. And she's like,
Yeah.
stop. But it's like, what are you gonna do? They're like giants, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the story is this is like the story is almost secondary to like
Yeah.
why we're here. You
Yeah.
know, like it doesn't have to be the grandest fucking story on the planet. Just give me an excuse to see Master Chief or a hunter fuck up some brutes or a giant Rathalos, and let's fucking have fun.
Yeah. I think what's annoying about it is because when you play the games and you see that story in the campaign and stuff, you're like, I know how good this could have been.
Right.
And you guys bank on the fact that we love these games so much that we'll appreciate anything, which is kind of like all of IPs now. They kind of bank on that stuff. Like, they're going to love this. And
they'll eat it. Fucking
yeah,
pig pigs.
exactly.
Yeah.
Which is, I could see them doing that with this. And that's what they did with Halo 100%. They do the same thing. Like when he's fighting, it looks like your game screen when you're playing the game. And some of the things you only know if you play the game, like the way he kills grunts when they're sleeping, like it's just part of the game that you love. And I could see that with this, and I could see that giving it I could see why they got a 70% popcorn from the fans, because if you have that nostalgia, you're just gonna like it anyway. You know, you'll forgive the story a little bit.
Yeah, because like with Halo, in the games, the story is as strong as the gameplay.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter's not that way. The story is tertiary. Like, it's like, we're going to kill a bunch of monsters. There you go. We're on an island now. Like, so this movie didn't even need to have, like I said, a grand story. I feel like Halo still really needs it, which is why it did so terribly. It does. But yeah, with this, it's like, don't include the military and the dimension swapping. Just stick to the fucking boat.
That's another
kill some
thing.
Fucking monsters.
I feel like show writers feel like they think the fans want to see these games. Like, I feel like they think the people that play these games are talking to each other outside of the game and be like, oh, what if this was real, and like what if it came into our world, and like I feel like that's what they think we're saying to each other, and it's like, no, we don't give a shit if it was in our world. We're in that world.
Yeah, I want to be in that
world.
Yeah,
and I feel like with all these game movies, they try to like bring it into our world, and I'm like, none of us are thinking about that,
bro. Like the Super Mario movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why? I mean, like, I get it that he's a plumber, but like,
yeah.
Why did you do like a magical fucking?
Yeah.
You know,
again,
for me,
Spirited Away. It's like, why?
Anytime they do things like this where they take, you know, what's already a good established story and make their own, I always chalk it up to just the ego that is Hollywood, where these guys think that they can do better than what's already existed, right? Like, I mean, we're getting off the rails here, but, you know, when we talk about like superhero movies and stuff like that, right? There's so much good history of good stories, but everybody thinks they got a better idea and they got to
or it's like self-insert stuff, because it's like your ideas can't survive on their own, so you come and invade a space that's not yours, that you didn't help create, and you inject it with your bullshit, and like it shows. This Monster Hunter is not a victim of that. It's just not a good story to like, when you're not playing Monster Hunter and you're solely surviving on the story, where it's like, you're not killing the monster, you're not hunting the monster, you're watching Milla Jovovich do it. the story's the
Important.
movie suffered for it suffered. So and also like a 2-hour movie, you're not gonna get enough story in it. Whereas like the Halo show, you get a whole season, maybe
Yeah.
like an hour-long episodes. Where it's like,
Yeah.
well, that's a little bit more in line with the game. You spend 20 hours with Master Chief. So it's like you could probably compress that into like an 8-hour, season, and they just didn't do that. But yeah, Monster Hunter, this one, the story just wasn't strong enough, when you're not actually hunting the monsters. So
I saw when I was looking at Rotten Tomatoes and stuff, I saw people commenting on there too that it was too short because it's only like an hour and a half, a little more than an hour and a half. Or
Yeah, I
something.
think it was like 140,
So-
145.
You could have had 30 more minutes, and it could have got into her fighting
Or-
that new dragon,
or just cut out the military bit and have them
Yeah.
all a member of the pirate boat and them getting
Yeah.
separated and then getting killed off one by one. The pacing was definitely
go into more background of that world.
Yeah, and it's like for whatever I don't know why they chose to do that. It's so dumb. And it's especially like I said, like you kill these monsters with sticks and stones. Why are these guns not decimating these creatures?
Yeah. Right? She hits that RPG at one point too. And all it does
Yeah.
is like blows his horn off or something like that.
Yeah, it's like okay, like come on, guys. Like and like there are monsters in the game where like they have like additional armor or like they're made of like magma or they're ice dragons or ice creatures like but we didn't see any of that. It was all like just regular creatures and I'm like I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel like they left too much on the table for sequels, which
Yeah,
should never be guaranteed. You should never plan for that.
yeah, because it cheats your audience. It's
Yeah.
like I wanted to see the Gore Magala, and now I'm not going to get to because you
Yeah.
put all your eggs in that basket, and it's like you're so focused on what's next, like the present suffers. You're 100%
Mhm.
correct. Yeah, that's no me gusta. Let's see. Collectibles. Yeah, so we got the like Eddie was saying earlier, we got the Monster Hunter Monster Arts.
Yeah.
I believe Reveltech also did some. This is the Rathalos, which is he's pretty much like the iconic. I want to say he was the first big boss in the first Monster Hunter game. Was the Rathalos, and you'd like steal his egg, and he would fly after you, and you couldn't sprint while holding the egg. And if you did sprint, you could only sprint for like a second at a time, or you would trip and drop the egg and you have to do it all over again. And you had to like get it from like point A to point B, but there's like 80 monsters in between that are trying to kill you. So yeah, the Rathalos is like pretty fucking iconic. I love
It's
the
the
Rathalos.
coolest. That's the one that always tempted me. I wanted to get the Monster Arts just because I like dragons and I like the design of this one. I was like, it's dope looking.
Yeah, so this one doesn't look like it articulates.
No, this is one of those Bandai statues.
Oh, the Ichiban Kujis. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Reveltech has ones that are articulate.
And the Monster
Um,
Arts ones articulate too.
Yeah, in fact, let's see. Monster Hunter. I think BBTS has a whole like section here.
And what you guys were saying about it getting a sequel, I wonder if it almost cleared the budget for it. It made 49 million and the budget was 60. I wonder if it wasn't peak pandemic, if it would have at least made a little bit of money and you would have got a sequel, because it didn't need to make a lot to get a sequel, and it was
Yeah.
I mean, for now standards now, like
And-
60 million is kind of a low budget.
And who knows? It
So-
could have also done super well on the I mean, I just fucking rented it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it could have done well on the back end too. That they could justify a sequel later, but
I could easily see somebody like Netflix making a bunch of sequels
Yeah, see,
to something like
it would be a
this.
good series too. I think
Yeah.
it should still be picked up.
Bro.
It would be Netflix would kill it.
this fucking guy, holy shit, he is so fucking mean. Like,
He looks like a son of a bitch.
dude. Yeah, so it's a Furious Rajang. Because you can find regular Rajangs, and then there's this one. It's like a Super Saiyan Rajang.
It looks like a Super
Dude.
Saiyan Rushing.
Just like watch videos of how mean this guy is. It's insane. And they're talking about bringing him into the new game, and everyone's like, "Don't do it, please, for the love of God, don't." Because he's like haunts people's fucking dreams. There's one that absolutely broke me as a person that I stopped playing the game. I'm gonna find it. He's
McFarlane? Did McFarlane do a dragon for this too?
No, I don't think so. Here he is.
One of their dragon series? Oh,
Bro, me
dude,
and my
this kind
sister.
of looks like a creature that would have been from the Tremor movies.
Oh yeah, me and my sister call him the angry pickle because he looks like a pickle.
He does kind of.
He's kind of bulbous, but dude, so there's the regular Devil Show, and then there's what are they called? Again, there's like tiers of them, right?
Yeah.
There's one where he's like red, and oh my god, it was like this guy's bad enough, but the other one, I stopped playing the game. That was like I was like, I'm not playing this anymore because it was so unfun in Monster Hunter World.
Dude, if you have like I would have quit this immediately. I like Doom, but honestly, even on regular, I think I was annoyed with Doom. I was like, there's too many monsters, dude. Like I'm
Yeah.
dying too much. Like I like the music and I like fighting, but I just kept dying. I was like, bro, I can't. I
Yeah,
don't have
Doom-
the patience for this anymore.
Doom is like the power fantasy of Halo cranked to like 10,000.
Yeah.
Whereas Halo, it's like, dude, just give me all the guns and I will fuck up everybody. Doom is like, here's guns that'll destroy planets and you're still gonna wish you were dead. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Doom. I fucking love Doom, bro.
I'm at the point in video games, you know how when you start a game and it gives you like the level options, you know, and it says like for players
Yeah.
that just want a fun little story and want to look around. I look at that and I'm like, yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. That's how I feel now, dude.
There you go. Dude, just play Stardew Valley or Minecraft.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool Monster Hunter stuff that there's a 6-scale figure. The only thing with me, like for me collectibles wise, is you could create your character in these games.
Yeah.
And you could also wear whatever armor you want in these games. So like I'm never gonna find a figure that looks like my
Yeah.
character. And I also like I hate the Rathalos. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to. I don't want to own it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like so. Like yeah. Collectibles for this game in particular, I'm not like trying to get, but they're very cool. I really do recommend Monster Hunter Wilds, which is the newest game. It's a lot more forgiving. You still have like time limits and stuff. I've never had an issue like running out of time in this game, but in Monster Hunter World, oh my god, dude, it's like you have 50 minutes to kill this thing, and it's like I'm not even getting halfway down because there's like the monsters don't have health bars in the game. There's just like icons of like, oh, he's half health, or oh, he's about to die, but you don't really ever know when that is. And that's I would run out of the 50 minutes and I still wouldn't even be at half health. And I'm like, I don't know how to fucking kill these guys. And then if you die twice, it's mission over.
Oh dang.
You have
Start
to
over.
restart it. And then if you die once, your
that's
rewards
crazy.
get halved. So like it, and you know, it's you hunt in parties, so you can have, I think, 3 other people with you or 2 other people with you. I think it's 3. I think you have a party of 4, and you know, you guys gang up and fuck up the monster together, which is so fun when you got a group of people going and you start hunting monsters. But like, the multiplayer is easier. There's a lot of quality of life stuff in the newest game that makes it a lot more enjoyable to play. Like, you have these huge maps with these giant monsters, and in Monster Hunter World, you just had to find them. Like, and they move around. They don't stay in one spot. And sometimes, like I said, the Rathalos will just like fly away. And you're like, where the fuck did he go? And it's like, I only have 50 minutes and this map is huge and I can't find them because, like, not only the map's big, but they're like, there's depth. So it's like, is he up top? Is he in the middle layer? Is he on the very bottom layer? Like, where is he? And yeah, this game, do you have like a little creature that you could ride, like a horse, but it's like a bird dragon thing, and it'll like automatically take you to the monster.
Oh, okay.
So not only are you not on foot, so you can move a lot faster, you could just like go directly to the monster, and it's an amazing game. I love Monster Hunter Wilds. It's great. But that's what got me wanting to watch this movie. Was I was having so much fun with Monster Hunter Wilds that I was like, oh, let's rent the movie, see what it's like. And you know, here we are.
I don't feel like I wasted my time watching it. So it could be worse. Like, there are things that I don't want to go back and watch, and I think it's just it's decent, I guess. I don't love when people say like, "Oh, it's mindless action." And like, that kind of bugs me, but it kind of is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the actors in it.
I mean, that's what this movie needed to be.
Yeah.
Because like
If
I
you're
said,
someone
like,
that
you're
likes-
not
if
getting
you're like-
story out of it.
If you're like Ben Thomas, you like to get high and watch stuff. I feel like you could get high and watch this, kind of create your own. You can kind of laugh at the plot holes and kind of makes it more enjoyable. Like, Jesus. Like I said, I was like, I feel like disrespected to be in the military, and I'm not even in the military. When I was watching it, I was like, I just feel like it's a disservice to Rangers everywhere.
Right, like some of the most badass people on the planet.
It's like when you watch like the Transformers movie, right? Like Michael Bay always did such an
Wait,
incredible
wait,
job.
let's
No, I was gonna
bring it
say he
back.
does an incredible job.
I
Of
love
pumping
those.
up the military in
Oh,
those
yeah.
films.
Yeah.
In all his films, he has such a good relationship. He makes them look like badasses.
Yeah.
This is the complete fucking opposite of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like this is one of those movies that makes you think I could join the military if
Yeah,
that's what
I could
like,
do this.
Yeah.
I could be a ranger.
Yeah.
I could get killed immediately.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's yeah, I feel like it's like, okay, well, if you're gonna lean on some of the game elements, like all you really had to do was be like, whoa,
Is that me?
thinking- I don't know, was it? I think it was.
It was?
I think it was.
It stopped. Well, it's back.
Hold on, don't.
Oh, it's Mike.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Oh, that's always so
Good.
scary. Being the one.
Mike, what the heck?
It's like you have
Say bye.
AIDS. You know, you never want to find out that it's you.
Oh my god. They can't say things like that. Just because they're true.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I was gonna say, I think like if you're gonna be like leaning on the elements of the game, and again, story's not strong in the game. You hunt monsters to collect items to make your hunter better. So like all you really had to do is have like Ron Perlman, like, I want to kill this big bad dragon to collect its horn. That's all you needed to do in
Which
this
is what he
movie.
did in Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
what he
much. Exactly. And it's like, that works, right?
Yeah.
It's like, that's all you really had to do. But they chose to do this weird time warp, interdimensional
Yeah.
portal MacGuffin thing that just like didn't work. But yeah, like I said, I had fun watching it. But it's definitely jank, and I actually really didn't mind Milla Jovovich in this movie because sometimes she's a little flat, but I feel like for the character that she played, it works. But yeah, I didn't have a problem with the acting.
Not her. I didn't have a problem with her. I had a problem with the other military actors and just the
Everyone
people
else.
around her. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the dude who played Hunter is fantastic.
Yeah,
I want
he
to
was
say
good.
that's the dude from Ong Bak.
It is. I was
Okay.
looking it up. I haven't seen him in anything other than Never Back Down. He's in one of those. He plays one of the fighters.
Back down.
Those are like those MMA movies with Spawn, the original Michael J. White. You're good, Mike.
Oh
No
yes,
feedback
yes,
anymore.
yeah. Tony Jaa.
Oh, but you're frozen.
Oh, is he?
Or you're incredibly good at standing. Look how white his hand is. Like,
Oh my lord!
that's
Now that you say it,
incredibly. Jesus, he's like dead inside, I think.
My God.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in many stuff. But he was good in this. I did like him in this. Him and Milla are what make the show interesting characters to watch. I would have loved to see better, like you're right, they underutilized Perlman because you could just make him a angry badass and he's good. And yeah, you good, Mike?
All I heard was, "Look how white his
Hand is.
oh."
Look at your hand. Look at your hand compared to your
Jesus.
face.
What do you want? It well, I've had a few drinks.
That's what it is. All the
Yeah.
red.
Oh, you're flushed.
My face gets flushed too, so
Yeah.
I can't. But at least my hand does too. Like, Jesus
Your hand
Christ.
gets flushed. That's crazy. Look at
I've
it.
been jerking off under the table, but
That's crazy.
Wow.
Jesus Christ! End the show.
You really like Milla Jovovich, huh?
yeah, no lies.
Okay, yeah, we'll give a quick shout out to our Patreonies: Captain Fordo, Ian CB, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Gary, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valterina, Ben Thomas, David Jones, Sam Gist, Joao Brado, Thomas Clark, Eric Switzer, Six Guns Figs, Billy Badfish, Joe Chippeaks, Corpus, Luke Skywalker. I think this is an old list. Sweet Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Big O Fern, Cesar Marquin, Mark Phelps, Lisa Martin, Bomansky, Victor Gregorio, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Alan Morgan, Tucon3 Wad, Derek B, Aries Portillo, Alvin J, Mario Delgado, Aurelius Delgado. This is definitely an old list. Toy Cartel, Sith Scale Collector, Jared G, Alberto Cortez, Big Rib, Trevor Weed, Darren Elderton, Matt Clevenger, Dalmaton, Stephen Purchase, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Stephen Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Louis Bennett, Chip Parent, Exodus, Abe Dim TV, and Gigi, the Judgmental. Yeah, I gotta get the new slide to Chris. We got a bunch of tiers for our Patreonies. I'm sure you guys know what they are.
Now I'm all paranoid to put my hand up. I don't know what to do with my hands.
That's
do my
okay.
hands. Well, I guess my hands are pretty wide too.
Wow,
Look at it.
they're not as his were glowing, but it's okay.
YouTube channel members, shout you guys out too. Absolute Irwin, Alvin J, Amanda Dobbs, Andrew Kibo, Benjamin Hanson, Big Ol' Fern, Bob Dylan, CC3PO, Chris B, CT603, DJ Daminator, Doc Smizzle, Equan, Fat Batman, Gary Bear, Good Old Spots, Good Gotham, Cenobites, Justin Sports Cards, Jared G, LA Avenger 702, Mark Pearson, Mike Litteris, Money Mendez, OG Fan, OMFG Rick, 1 6-figure Focus, Paul Schreiber, Philip the Fool, SB, Samkus, Scar Lord, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Sunnyvale, Russ, The Ben Thomas Show, Toy Mafia, Exodus, and Trevor Weed. We got the network there for you guys. We got shows for you all week coming at you, left, right, and center. hit you with the wombo combo. You're like, oh, Monday was a show, Tuesday's a show, Wednesday's a show, Thursday you got 2 shows sometimes. Holy shit! I think OFAC went live earlier today.
Yeah.
So go check them out. We love them. Just another Friday night. Also streaming on Fridays. We got all kinds of stuff. I stream earlier in the day on Fridays on Will Fox Vacations channel. If you want to come support me and check me out and tell everyone how handsome I am.
And for those of you out there that can't get enough of me, and I know you're out there, I will be on Just Another Friday Night tomorrow to talk Daredevil with the boys.
Hey, nice, dude. Hell yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Next episode. Eddie, you mentioned a movie earlier that I was like, man, that might be a good fucking movie to do. Fuck, what was it?
I thought the same thing.
What
Wild
was
Wild
it?
West.
AVP.
Wild Wild West, dude.
Oh,
that
no
might
way.
be a great movie to do.
You guys like Wild Wild West?
Well, listen.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
What makes a good show is not necessarily a good movie, but a movie we can have fun talking about.
I love that movie so much, man.
I remember really enjoying it as a kid.
Is it Kevin Arnold? What's his name? The white guy?
Who is
Kevin something
no,
with a K, no?
Klein?
Klein. Kevin Klein? Keith
Is
Klein?
it Kevin Klein?
Something like that.
I think
Anyway,
it is Kevin Kline.
he's hilarious.
The
bro.
spider chair?
Yes. No, not in the spider chair. That's I don't know who the actor is, but that's the butcher of something.
Oh yeah, Kevin Kline is his friend. Yeah.
Kevin Klein
Kinda-
is the main guy with Will Smith.
Yeah, I forgot he had a
He's like
teammate.
He's like a famous actor comedian guy from like back in the day. I've only ever seen him in a handful of things, but he's hilarious in that movie, dude. And Will
Fuck,
Smith.
Selma Hayek is in this movie?
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
don't
dude,
get me
and-
started on Selma
and
Hayek.
you get to see some
Oh.
cheeks, some Selma Hayek
Bro.
cheeks.
Miss East? Biling?
Oh, and cheeks as well, and an Asian cheeks, which Equan knows is rare to find. So
Are they sideways?
they
Oh
are
my
not
God.
sideways. Jesus,
Damn.
Jesus,
Dude, check this out. Check this out.
east to west.
So I'm saying east to west. That's sideways.
No, that's a line from the movie, because Will Smith's the West, so she's like, "Eats Miss West."
Share screen.
Do your impression again.
Amita?
Nah, I can't.
Biling, dude,
Bro.
from Wild Wild West, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I'm all about it. We're
Yeah.
watching Wild Wild West.
Better
now.
than Zendaya, I'll tell you that.
Are you do you want to join us if we do that? That sounds like a
If you guys,
movie.
yeah. Wait, let me just. Oh,
it'll be in
yeah,
like
I can
2
join
weeks.
Thursday. Oh, it wouldn't be next week. It would be the week after next week.
Or correct. Next week will be
Okay.
small talk.
Yes, I will. I think I can be there. Yeah.
If not, let us know. We can save that movie till you're available.
No, I'm good. I'm looking at my schedule right now. Things are crazy with work, but I don't have anything on Thursday, so I'll be there. I can do that now and not even need to rewatch it. I know
That's
I've
great.
seen that movie so many times.
I haven't seen it, God, since probably it came out on VHS or whatever. It's been a long time since I was watching.
This
that
kind of
movie.
makes me miss movie nights.
right.
Like
remember-
movies on the show.
I remember
It's been a
there's,
minute
like,
since I've seen the whole movie, but I've seen the Selma Hayek scenes rather regularly. So
there's a lot of things that stick out to me, like I'm not traumatizing, but it's like ugh, like the dude with like the horn ear.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Oh, yeah.
dump out
Yeah.
the wax. Or like
Something McGraw. Bloodbath McGraw.
and then like
Beth McGraw.
the thing they have on their neck that
Yeah.
they're gonna and
Yeah.
then they like use like the dude's eye to like see what he saw for the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Selma Hayek's husband.
Oh,
The guy
shit.
that they use his eyes. In the movie, it's his. But yeah, when they're doing the magnetic thing and they fall in the like sewer of shit. And that's what I was saying. Kevin Kline is like funny as hell. He's like, I'm the master of the mechanical Shit. It's just funny, dude. That's a classic. That's Will Smith, peak Will Smith, like Men in Black days, Wild Wild West.
That's famous for a couple things not related to the movie. He picked that over The Matrix, right?
Wild.
Yeah, and then there's the whole thing. I don't know if we don't need to get sidetracked with this, but the whole story with Kevin Smith's Superman movie. Do you guys know that story?
No.
We can get into that when we do it. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith had a Superman movie?
He pitched a Superman film.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God.
I love his stuff, but I don't want to see him on a big budget.
Didn't he do Daredevil?
No.
He didn't do Ben Affleck's Daredevil?
No, I think he may have done something with the script, but
Oh, okay.
he's written some good Daredevil comics.
He writes comics?
Yeah.
I just thought he was like a guy.
He completely ruined He-Man.
Yeah,
I
he
never
did.
saw that. I heard that. I never saw it.
I tried.
After all the shit he was doing with like the sequel trilogy, I was just like, I don't respect you anymore as a human being. He's like crying, like it's so beautiful. It's like, bro, are you even a fucking fan of Star Wars? How do you like? I understand he probably didn't want to like burn his Hollywood bridges, but it's like, bro, how do you fucking fucking sleep at night?
He has given us great pop culture movies, just not superhero ones. Stay far away from any kind of superhero action stuff and just stick to Silent Bob stuff.
Dude, Dogma's getting a release.
Oh yeah, it
year.
is.
It's been in like purgatory. Like it was a Weinstein thing that you couldn't find anywhere.
Dang.
Like the Blu-rays sold for like $100 on eBay, but yeah, it's getting released this summer.
Oh,
That's a good one.
That is a good one. I haven't seen that in years. That would be a good movie night one at some point. If you,
Nice.
can you stream? Can you talk about Dogma on a stream? I feel like you can't.
I feel like you can't.
Actually, but also like, no offense, Dean, Christianity is on the table. You can't talk about race. You can't talk about sexuality. You can't talk about a lot of things, but Christianity, open, do whatever you want. People don't care. People are like, yeah, go ahead.
That's true.
It's fucked up, but it's true.
Yeah, it's a huge double standard.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, thanks for watching us. Fucking hang out.
How do we transition to Eddie?
Yeah, sorry. You shouldn't have brought Eddie Ruins movie
No,
nights.
we still have 8 people watching.
I'm glad I was able to join you guys though. It was a fun first one. And I'd be willing to do more. I was upset. Chris never invites me. I thought he liked me, dude. But
Chris is very quiet.
I haven't been on good standings with the Canadians for a while now, so
have any of us?
not anymore, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just a little bashful guy. He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy.
Yeah, if you guys watching, if you guys have movie ideas or like you're like, oh, this would be a funny movie to talk about, because like Mike said, it's not, if we all like love the movie and are just like glazing it for an hour, like that's no fun. It's like, it's kind of gotta be a little jank, right? Like even I can admit Monster Hunter was fucking dumb as fuck sometimes. So like,
I think it's funnier to do, or more entertaining, not necessarily funnier, but like to do stuff that isn't super well received. Like
bro,
Trevor Weed said nothing scarier than giant spiders. You guys ever seen 8 Crazy Legs?
No.
With
I think I have.
It's about giant, like something happens, these spiders get like chemicals in them that make them super giant spiders.
Is that like in like someone's basement?
Yeah, it starts off that way.
Or like a mall or something?
Yeah. And he has a bunch of spiders, and somehow like some spider that's genetically enhanced gets in there and affects the other spiders. And it has the guy from all the Scream movies and all the scary movies.
Yeah.
Dewey, the guy that plays Dewey. Yeah, I forget his name.
Arquette?
Yeah.
David Arquette?
David Arquette.
He's in it. That's a, like, That is
Eight-legged freaks.
arguably eight-legged freaks. Yeah, I said 8 crazy legs. My bad.
That's 8 Crazy Nights. That's a Jewish movie.
Yeah. That's a good one. That would be a good movie one too. But I'm saying like movies like that are good to do reviews on because everybody knows that we love Matrix and all
Yeah.
this stuff. You
Eddie, have you watched our Triple X review?
No, I didn't even know
It's
you guys
so-
did.
Do
Dude.
yourself a favor.
It's so fucking
amazing.
funny, dude.
Oh, I gotta watch it then.
It's
I love Triple X.
hilarious, dude.
You
Oh
have some,
my
Vin
God.
Diesel
So did
love
Dean
right
when
there.
it started.
Yeah, I was like, no, this movie's
I
great.
turned him
And then
against
like
it.
by the 30-minute mark of the review, I'm like, this movie is fucking stupid as shit.
Jeez. Yeah, it is. It's peak
I've been
stupidity.
wanting to do the third Triple X movie,
I haven't seen that one yet.
Return
never
of
seen it
Xander Cage.
either.
Me either.
I haven't, but it's probably horrible.
Maybe we'll save that for
Also,
like an anniversary episode.
The return. I wonder how they do it because in State of Union, they say he dies.
Oh.
So
Well, listen,
wonder-
I've never
they-
seen State
plot
of the
points
Union.
were not a big deal in those films either.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you not next week. Next week will be small talk, but the week after. Let's see. What do I?
the 11th.
Is that what
no,
that is?
it's the 8th.
The 8th. Okay. Billy Batfish, thank you for watching. We will catch you guys next time. Peace out. Leave a comment if you want us to watch something or if you have any recommendations on what's funny, cool, shitty. Funny, cool, and shitty. That'll be it. All right.
So we should call the show.
Yeah. We'll talk to Chris about it. Bye.